Hello YouTube, welcome to the Kennedy's channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about audio. I'm going to be sharing with you how I record and capture my audio for all the videos that you've watched on YouTube. So I'm going to be talking about the hardware part of the problem, which is the microphone that I use. We're going to talk about the software part of it as well, which is the software that I use for recording the audio, and also how I process it in this software and also in Adobe Premiere. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. About audio, right? You've heard people say that video is 50% video and 50% audio, and actually that makes a lot of sense, because just having quality visuals and without good sound actually doesn't add up. So you need to have at least, in other words, equal, at least good quality from both. Good quality audio and good quality video. The two go hand in hand. So let's talk about the environment. First of all, your recording space. So for example, right now I'm recording from living room, dining kind of area, and the floor is kind of wooden, so usually you get a lot of reverberation. But one thing you should always do when you're recording, for example, right now, I don't know whether you guys are hearing the fans from my laptop kicking in, because there's a lot of things that are happening right now on my laptop. I'm recording audio, then I'm also recording the screen. So one thing that you need to pay much attention to is your recording space, as I said. So usually I have things hanging around, like I have a jacket over here, I have a hoodie behind me on another chair, just to kind of dampen the sound a little bit and also cut down on some of the room noise. So one thing you should be mindful of is things such as fridges, fans, ACs. Sometimes even these very laptops here have fans that also make a lot of noise. So that's one thing also should look out for. It could be across the street. There's a car passing by. That is if you live close to a street. Usually there is noise coming from the street. So those are some of the things that really affect your audio. That's why it's very important for you to have a YouTube studio in this case. But for my case, maybe in the future I'll have a YouTube studio, but for now I can record from here and it's okay. So let's talk about this microphone here, right? This is the marquee microphone. It's called the EM91CU USB condenser microphone. That is how this microphone is called. This microphone also has its brother, which is the EM91C. Now that other microphone is an XLR microphone, which means that it requires you to connect it to some sort of audio interface and then connect it later on to your computer via USB. But with this one here, you plug and play. It comes with a USB type A to type B. I would have plugged it out to show it to you guys, but then wouldn't have audio, right? We would have only onboard audio coming from the camera. I usually capture my audio with this microphone, and then later in post, I do what they call syncing. So I sync the audio that is straight out of the onboard camera mic, and I sync it with the audio that is being recorded with this USB microphone. So let's talk about the microphone a little bit. This is a USB microphone, and straight out of the box you get a USB type A to type B cable, and also what comes with it. You see right now we have a microphone stand. This microphone stand doesn't come with a microphone. The only thing that comes with this microphone is the shock mount. This round thing that you see over here, that is a shock mount. That's the only thing that comes with this microphone. So you have the cable and then you have the shock mount. I was fortunate enough to have this stand because there was a microphone that I had earlier on that I used to use back in the day that came with this stand. It was, what was that microphone called? It was a microphone called Trust. It's a company that makes these mice. They make, anyway, computer related items. So that microphone I think was made by them, and that's the microphone I used to use back in the day. But then I decided to upgrade to this particular USB microphone, which is way better. So this microphone also comes with two softwares. It comes with Pro Tools Fast and also Waveform OEM. So those are the two softwares that come with it. And actually, when you buy the microphone, for example, I bought it at $4.99 Canadian dollars, which could have been at the time, let's say, could have been maybe 47 US dollars ish around there. So yeah, it's not so expensive. At least it gets the job done, especially if you're just using it for YouTube podcasts. It gets the job done. So it's a cardioid microphone, which means it's unidirectional. It's a unidirectional microphone, meaning that it only captures sound from a specific side. For example, this one captures sound from this side where I okay, towards my face. Okay, that's where it captures the sound from. So when I turn it around, this other part here, the back, this was the back, it doesn't actually capture very good sound. It actually doesn't capture sound. So the sound is only captured from one direction. For example, if I turn it around on the side here, you can still hear, I'm looking at actually my audio levels here, and I can see that the audio levels are very flat. It's the same thing if I turn it around like this and I still keep speaking. The audio is still very low. But when I turn it the way it's supposed to be used, like this, so I can see my audio levels are picking up, which is the right way of using this microphone. So let's dive into the software bit of the problem. So when it comes to software, for example, we have what they call the DAW, that is DAW, which is digital audio workstations. Now, if you're into audio, you've probably heard of that term. If you hear somebody talking about DAWs, they're simply referring to digital audio workstations, which are just softwares such as Adobe Audio Audition, Pro Tools, can be Waveform, OEM, Audacity, which is also another very good software, which actually comes free. I've happened to use it, but for some reason when I use it on this microphone, it kind of doesn't give me the sound that I really want. So I use a software called Mixcraft 9. It's what I use for capturing my audio. And why I love this software is because when it comes to latency, especially if you're recording yourself and you're trying to kind of audio monitor. For example, I have my earphones plugged in. These are JBL earphones. When I plug in this, and for example, I want to listen to myself while I'm recording, if I plug this in and I want to listen to myself while recording, what they call latency on this software is very low. Like, it has a very good latency. It's very low. In other words, when I speak, I instantly hear exactly what I'm saying, like just like the way you would hear somebody talking to you with no time lag in between there. So that is one of the things I love about this software. I've tried using Pro Tools, the software that comes with this microphone, but the problem with that is the latency is very bad. That's why I don't use it. It's the same thing with the Waveform OEM software that comes with this microphone. When I try to use it, the latency is not so good. However, if you have maybe a very good machine, I don't know whether it's just my machine, maybe you could be able to get some very decent latency out of this microphone. But so far from my own experience using Mixcraft and this microphone, it's the best. So in the next part of the video, I'll talk about how I process my sound in Mixcraft Pro and also in Premiere Pro. So I sync up the audio in Premiere and then we'll talk about that. Anyways, that is how I capture my audio. This video was actually requested by one of you guys who's watching right now. Could be watching. Yeah, that brother requested. He wanted really to know how I capture my audio. So basically that's that. In the next part of the video, I'm going to talk about how I process my sound. So guys, thank you for watching. If you found the video helpful, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys, and I'm out of here.